everybody is doing well in their quarantine inside, whether you have shelter in place or you just have recommendations to stay inside. I hope everybody stays well and stays healthy and stays safe. And we'll get through this. And then there's going to be a big celebration and this is all over. I see that coming. A lot of partying coming, a lot of going out, a lot of enjoying towards mid to the end of summer, a lot. So that's something to look forward to. I'm already looking at some concerts on Governor's Island in NYC when I'm back for the summer. So let's look forward, not look back, take care of ourselves in the present, and just hope for the best. And of course, stay safe out there. Earth, air, water, fire signs. What's going to happen for the rest of March and into April? I might do another mid-April one, but I don't want to make any promises. So rest of March into April. So April, rest of March. April, rest of March. Earth signs. Earth signs. Okay, so earth signs. You don't want to hear this. You've been worried about things for a while. You've got this anxiety in your mind, especially my Virgos, probably Taurus and Capricorn too. You like things to be stable, and right now things don't feel stable, right? Now is the time for you to really focus on stabilizing your household. You guys are good at that. I'm a Virgo, I get it. Earth, air, water, not earth, air, water, earth signs. I'm so used to saying earth, air, water. Earth signs are very good at stabilizing, at saving, at building that fortress. Pay attention to the things you need to do around the house, what you need to fix around the house, what things maybe you haven't gotten done in a while, what you could maybe household repairs. Research what types of investments you need to talk about with your financial advisor, like what you need to pull out of, what you need to put your money into if you have investments, how you can make more money with the coming economy dipping down. Remember, just because the economy is going to dip down doesn't mean that you personally do not have the power still with law of attraction, with belief, with trust to still create something for yourself, to still create prosperity, because you do have prosperity in the palm of your hand, Six of Pentacles. So build those fortresses. You have prosperity in the palm of your hands. You're worrying, especially my Virgos, Taurus and Capricorn too. You're worrying, but you still have strength. You still have the power to go forward. It's that fiery energy, the Princess of Wands, that says, pick yourself up by your bootstraps, Buttercup. You can do this. You still have the power within you. And because I thought of a more effective, quick way to give oracle messages rather than shuffling through my deck, though the deck is beautiful, this is a little bit quicker. I'm just going to randomly flip to a page, and this is our message, Earth signs. Our message is very Taurus energy or Capricorn energy, which is the Fortitude card. And if you look closely at this, he looks very much like the Emperor in the tarot deck. Okay, and Fortitude says, try to see name-calling, roadblocks, or challenges as insignificant annoyances. You can see this through. Strong foundations, core values, and lofty ideals will outlast, outsmart, and outclass a detractor or something that will detract you. Again, this is fortress building. As I said, Ten of Pentacles, fortress building with the Emperor, with Fortitude. Okay? It will take less energy to stand firm now than it will to back down. Steady your focus on the bigger picture. Be stoic, and you can get through this. Well, this is very much Piscean energy too. The bigger picture is all what Pisces is all about. But the earth signs, especially Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, allow us to focus in on the details. And Virgo, is the obsessive one with that. So we look at the bigger picture. We're going to see this through. We're going to get through this. We're going to work it out. But focus on building. Focus on what you can do now to build a better future. And you're great at that, earth signs. So that shouldn't be a problem for you. And furthermore, your other advice is to shift. There is no shame in changing your mind or walking away from a person, place, or thing that no longer serves you. Some things are for a lifetime, others are temporary. Do not cling to stepping stones. Do not cling to the temporary. Keep moving, keep growing, and avoid attaching to anything as truth right now. Your world and your views are in a flux right now. The world is in a flux. We are experiencing something some of us have never even knew it was going to happen in our lifetime. Whether you believe this virus is severe, whether you don't believe it's severe, it really doesn't matter. We didn't know we were going to experience this shelter in place, being at home all the time, being a little bit on edge, the panic buying with the toilet paper, for crying out loud. Do not be pushed into making a long-term commitment or a concrete decision just yet. Your world is in flux. So it's saying the same time while you want to build your fortress, earth signs, remember to be open to the changes that come. Be flexible. And then you're going to know when this is over where to have the confidence to go forward, what direction to go in, and have that determination to do so. Okay, so air signs, what's going on for the rest? Let's see how much time. Okay, so I did that about 5 minutes. So air signs, what's going on for the rest of March and in April? Air signs, what's going on for the rest of March and April? Let's just do all of April. If we decide to do a mid-month check-in, we will, but we're just going to do half of March and all of April. Air signs. Okay, 1, 2, no reversals, 3, 4. We want to be positive. Okay, because we need that in this world right now. Okay, so what's going on for air signs? Air signs, you were feeling deeply emotional about this hermiting energy. You were feeling deeply emotionally uncertain, unsure. You're questioning things, right? The moon talks about those secrets and lies that others tell us and we tell ourselves. You're questioning your life. You're using this hermiting energy if you are not working still, because a lot of us aren't, to question your direction in life, to question where you are in the world, the decisions you made in the past, to reflect, to introspect, or that's the advice for you right now to do that. Tap into that Scorpio, Virgo, Hermit energy. You know, Scorpio is of the Death card and Hermit is of the, Virgo is of the Hermit card, but both signs are very introspective in their own ways, and that's where they come together in the middle to be similar. And air signs is asking you to tap into that archetypal energy. So Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, this message is for you. Tap into that hermit energy, the truths and lies that you tell yourself, that you tell others, that others tell you. And the truths and lies about your own life. Are you living your truth? This is a good time to reflect on that. Deeply center yourself into that emotional center. Sometimes you guys get caught very much in the mind and analyzation. It's interesting because Gemini, Libra, Aquarius do that a lot, but Virgo as an earth sign does that too. I would say those are the 4 great analyzers of the zodiac. Virgo, and then all the air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, all the analyzers, right? Stop getting caught so much in the mind. Try to go in the heart center, your feelings, right? That Piscean Cancer energy, and Scorpio as well. That energy of emotion, of introspection, of am I living my truth? Am I living my truest desires? What is my passion? And what do I want to transmute into my passions? Maybe this time is about getting back into your passions, getting back into some kind of art, writing, something that you really used to enjoy that you couldn't put your time into before. Maybe that's what this time is about for you right now, air signs. But right now, motion is your oracle message. Motion says cause and effect. Know what you want for the future and act accordingly. Be aware of the forces influencing your decisions. A spoke on the wheel is just a minor setback. So you're just see this as a minor setback right now. Yes, I understand that people are being financially affected by this, and it's scary. I get that. But if there's nothing you can do about it right now, try as much as you can to see this as okay. Right now, this is not a disaster. I can shift my beliefs. Good will come to me. Prosperity will come to me. And I have confidence to go forward in the future. I am not just going to hope for change. I'm going to act for change. When this is all over, maybe you're going to do things a little differently. Maybe you're going to approach things more from a heart center than an intellectual center. Maybe you're going to balance this with this because you got this, air signs, but you need more of this if you don't have a lot of water in your chart. Everything is in constant motion. Know your underlying motives, things that compel you, things that drive you and push you forward. And then you'll know what actions to take from there, okay? And this is all about action. But right now, the energy is in pause. It's in the moon, it's in the hermit, it's in the King of Cups. It's with going within, reflecting, nurturing those creative abilities. And from those creative abilities, you know, when you're painting or writing, you can start to get sprigs of information or inspiration that pops into your mind randomly when you least expect it, because that right-centered, creative-centered aspect of your brain is stimulated. Then you can get ideas that just spring from that you didn't even think of. So that's a good exercise to try to get these synchronicities and inspirations of what to do in the future. Okay, so earth, air, water signs for the rest of March, water signs for the rest of March and all of April. Water signs. What do water signs need to know? No reversals, only uprights. Water signs, water signs. Okay. Water, 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 water. Okay. So water signs, what you need to know. Well, it's interesting because air is getting a message about using more water energy, and water is getting a message about using more air energy. Interesting, interesting, and fire energy. So you guys are getting like advice, I think, on, except for Earth. Earth got pretty Earth energy advice, but it's like the air and water signs are switched in the type of advice they need. Because water signs, you're already emotion dominant. You already know how to use your emotions. You already sometimes may get caught up in your emotions too much and ruminate in them. If you have water in your moon, especially, or in your sun, or maybe in your Venus and Mars, those are the ones that influence it the most. You may get too caught up in your emotions to the point where you're living in fear or despair. And especially with the things going on in the world, you're really scared right now, or you're really worried about what's going to happen in your financial future. If it's not worried about the disease, it's worried about the finances. And these cards are telling you, you know what, just take things one step at a time. Move with caution. Princess of Swords, air energy is your advice. And you can manifest those grand ideas into the future, those things that you think about. Magician, again, air energy, Gemini. 2 air messages for you water signs. Transmute that energy of Aquarius, which, by the way, is an air sign, not a water sign. A lot of people think so. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Transmute that energy, water signs. Transmute that energy and try to go more into the mind. So we have a lot of spiritual teachers who are always talking about the heart center. We always talk about getting to the heart center, using your heart center more, tapping into the right brain. But what they dismiss a lot of times, and not all of them do, I'm not trying to act like I know something nobody else knows. What some of them dismiss and forget about is that the left brain is just as important as the right brain. The ego is just as valid as the soul. We need both. And water signs, you can get very caught up within the soul. Some water signs, when they're caught up in narcissism, can be very ego oriented when they're in their negative. I knew a negative Cancer like that who was very, very, very much in their ego, even though they were a Cancer. But generally, the norm for you water signs is you get caught up in your emotions, within the soul energy, within the divine feminine. Whether or not you're male or female, you get caught in the feminine aspects of things. And the feminine is good, but the feminine is also bad, just like the masculine is good and bad. So if you get too caught up in that water energy, you can get paranoid, you can get overly emotional, you can get overly fearful, over the top, like, waterworks, emotional reactions to things. Very, very fearful energy I'm feeling from you guys right now. And the air sign energy, Princess of Swords, or the Page of Swords in the original deck, and the Magician, which is Gemini, is asking you to ground yourself in the mind. Use that left brain energy a little bit more. Don't leave your heart behind. That's great, and that's wonderful that you guys are so in touch with your hearts, but don't let it control your life. Don't let emotion rule your life. Try to think practically. What are the odds of something really happening to me? What are the odds of this happening? Write it down on a piece of paper and then write the answer to that. And it's not to tell you to take foolish risks. I'm not going to tell you that. I'm also not a healthcare professional that's qualified to be telling you what to do for your health. But I can say for your emotional state of being, for your spiritual state of being and stability, just try to ground yourself. Think, what's the worst that could happen? I'm going to take the necessary precautions that I need to take, but what's the worst that could happen? Where am I right now in my life? What can I do pragmatically and practically to make my day-to-day better? Not, I'm so scared and I'm so emotional over this, and I just don't know what to do, and that despair that comes from negative water energy. And in the positive, your water energy can be translated into helping others, or creating some kind of art piece, or enjoying music, or making some food. You guys are very nurturing generally. Maybe planning your wardrobe, looking forward to the spring and the summer, and this too shall pass, and what am I going to wear all summer? I'm not even a water sign, and I've been trying to do that, to plan ahead, like looking forward to the new outfits because I love clothes that I'm going to wear when I get back to the city, and not in these house clothes all day. But just something, try to think of pragmatic step-by-step things, or plans that you can make with the mind of how to organize and what to do in the future to look forward to. And then plans of how you're going to keep yourself safe, and plans of how you're going to organize your day, and more intellectual energy. Maybe you want to learn a new language with this time. You can learn languages on the internet, or you want to learn some historical stuff if you want to get more into that intellectual mind, to try to remove yourself a little bit out of the heart, not where you're heartless, of course not, you never will be, but where you're not so stuck in there, because everything does have a negative and a positive, where you're not so stuck in there that you're like, oh my God, I'm so scared. I don't want to even step foot outside. I don't know what to do. I'm, in that despair energy, because you have more strength than you give yourself credit for. You have this fire energy too that's influencing you. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, even though you're a water sign, you have this influencing you. You have support. You're so supported by your guides and others around you. And even if you don't have people around you and you're living alone, you are supported by your guides, your angels. And sometimes you just need to ask them for that Four of Wands support. Can you help me? Can you be there with me? Whoever you resonate with, Jophiel, Raphael, Gabriel, Uriel, Michael. If it's not angels, if it's something else in your religion, you can ask that. Lakshmi, can you be here with me? Mother, can you be here with me? Magdalene, whatever the energy is, Mother Mary, whatever the energy is, that you believe in. You have that passion, you have that power to stay strong, to stay focused on the future. Don't despair. Don't despair. Discernment, it talks about be careful, water signs, because you are truly emotionally in tune with the books, films, and people you surround yourself with. Choosing good food means your body can absorb all the nutrients it needs for optimal health. The same applies for the information, the attitudes, and the people you surround yourself with. Be selective about the books, movies, people, conversations you have. Give yourself the opportunity to absorb higher thinking, greater visions, and deeper love. You see, you already got the deeper love part, water signs. It's the higher thinking. You see how it said that? Higher thinking and discerning what's good for you, what's not. Plan ahead to something you're going to look forward to in the summer and focus on that, not all the craziness that's going around right now, okay? Because you are stronger than you think, braver than you seem, and smarter than they realize. I had a post that said that on YouTube. All right, so let's go to fire signs. Fire signs. What's going on for fire signs for the rest of March into April? So all of April and the rest of March. What's going on for fire signs? Fire signs. What's going on for fire signs? I am slouching. So I always like to tell you, especially you Leos, you are in my heart. I know it sounds corny, but you really are. My Venus and my Mars is in Leo. So I always have this Leos always surrounding me my whole life. There's always at least one Leo I'm talking to for some reason. One of my best friends is a Leo. Well, two of my best friends are. My older brother's a Leo. Talking to another new friend who's a Leo right now. It's like, you guys, love you or hate you, you're always drawn to you. I've known a lot of Sages. I have a cousin friend who's Sag. Known a lot of Aries. Aries ladies, I love you. Guys, I'm not bashing you, but you're not usually, I don't usually get along with you. I don't hate you though, but I get you. Aries ladies though, you're the most hilarious, like fun, silly people. And you always have such a bright, optimistic, like attitude and nice things to say about people. You're good at complimenting. I noticed that. So I love you, fire signs. You always add a bit of extroversion to my introverted self when I'm around you. Okay, so Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Okay, so Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, this is what's going on for you for the rest of March and all of April. You're finding balance and equilibrium. Two of Pentacles. You have been carrying burdens for people for far too long. There's some kind of burden that you have been carrying for others, and you're tired of it. And you know what? Your news is coming. Your good news is coming, Prince of Pentacles. It may be slower than you would have liked. There's going to be delays, but I see your good news coming. Channel that earth sign energy of planning the details, focusing on the details to get to the bigger picture, to feel supported, to get to that manifestation of the bigger picture, that the vision that you have as the King and the Queen of Wands. It's not necessary to carry this burden for yourself and everybody else. It's not that serious. Things will balance out in the end. But sometimes you've got to, maybe this time is for you to settle down, focus on the details. And yes, you're very good at looking at the big picture, but details are necessary for achieving the big picture there. You've got the confidence, the charisma, but you've got to hunker down sometimes. I know I'm using the terms that they've been using on the news. Hunker down, inside. Sorry. All right, so we're going to talk about patterns and fortitude. So earth signs got the fortitude, and you got another one too. So I'm going to go back to fortitude because I already said that for the earth signs earlier in this. I'm going to read patterns first because this is a unique one for you guys. So a feeling that history is repeating itself. The patterns in your past, in your childhood, in your relationships, in your career are escapable. They are not inescapable. Stop and learn the lesson so you can move forward. So maybe this Eight of Pentacles energy, again, focusing on the details, focusing on the patterns, it could be, not just productivity, but what are my patterns? What do I need to focus the details of? What do I need to look at the details of? There is no need to mindlessly hit the repeat button and go forward. Look inside yourself and look outside to see what you need to do to break a cycle. Someone, perhaps the universe, is trying to tell you something that you need to pause. A unique response to a repeated problem is needed. So it's like, yes, you need to look at the bigger picture, but you need to focus on the details. What do I need to do differently that hasn't been working? What do I need to do to manifest? Because it is possible I'm going to get that good news. But I have to be more discerning. You see, this is about research as well. Both of these are about using the mind and research, because air and earth signs are the ones that use the mind the most, right? Water and fire signs are a little bit more emotional. Water signs are more of an introverted emotional. Fire signs are more of an extroverted emotional. Now, it doesn't mean that air and earth can't be emotional, but generally they're the intellects. You guys are the emotional ones. So this is about how do you pay attention to patterns, focus on the details, not obsessed with the details where you drive yourself batty like Virgo does, but the positive aspect of that Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy, of that Libra, Aquarius, Gemini energy. Of, what are these patterns? What are these things that I've been repeating? What are the things I've been doing the past, couple years, couple months, whatever, that I could change to reach that bigger picture that I know I deserve, because I'm a fire sign, right? That I know I deserve, because things will turn around in time. They may not be as fast as I would like. They'll turn around in time. And I will understand my patterns in my world, because I have all the time I need to do that. And I have all the power I need to change them. Okay? So it's about understanding patterns. It's about seeing what maybe you could tweak that's going to have more success in the future, and taking a pause and saying, you know what, it's okay to take this pause and just reflect and look back and observe and analyze, not just always go, 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 forward, 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 where you're not pausing, waiting to focus on those details, right? To research, to observe. See how she's reading that book? Fortitude is your other message. Earth signs also got this. Try to see name-calling roadblocks or challenges as insignificant annoyances. You will see this through. Build strong foundations, and they will outlast lofty ideals. It will take less energy to stand firm now and to wait than it will to back down. Steady your focus on the bigger picture. Be stoic, and you'll get this. You'll get through this, okay? So this is very much like the Emperor card, Taurus, Capricorn energy. Okay, Virgo too, but more like the other two. It's about standing firm. It's about accepting what is, not being defeated by it, but saying, okay, this too shall pass. Did you ever see Lord of the Rings? I know this is cheesy, but it's very much like that Gandalf energy. He's not going to let some minor roadblock throw him to the ground. And I'm not saying that what's happening in the world right now is minor. I'm not downplaying all the people, unfortunately, that passed away from it. What I am saying is, you don't need to let it destroy your life. You don't need to let it make you feel like, oh my God, I'm an ambitious fire sign, or I'm in a fire sign who doesn't like being told what to do. And I am just so bent out of shape about this. I'm going to throw a hissy fit and a temper tantrum and get angry. Take this time, take advantage of this time to rebalance yourself. Take this time to research something more clearly in your life, or something you're doing, or some goal that you have, to try to get from point A to point B more effectively. You are being supported by the universe, your angels, your guides, and you are going to hear good news. It may not be as fast as you'd like, fire signs, but you have the ability to manifest, to throw off this burden you've been carrying for others. Maybe that's part of the pattern. Burdens you've been carrying for others, and forge ahead into a brighter future. But that involves patience, it involves analyzation, and it involves researching what you can do differently in the future that's going to be more effective. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. And if you'd like your own readings, I offer them on naomitarot.com. I also have life coaching sessions, incantations, spells, and spirit channeling. Readings are now changed to $25 per question. It is a flat fee no matter how many questions you get. Each question is $25. The other services have different pricing that you can check out on the website. And as always, I thank you guys all for following my channel. Anybody who is a loyal subscriber, I truly appreciate you. I appreciate that you like what Naomi Tarot is really about, And as always, if you are looking for gossip column, negative readings about things, there are plenty of other channels available to you. But this channel is not one of them. And I thank you so much again, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.